So you're probably making one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of entrepreneurs make when it comes to business. You ready for what this mistake is? You don't know how to sell. You don't know how to sell. And it's okay because at some point in time that used to be me. I really didn't understand what the principles and what what really was the point of selling, right? And my mindset about selling was totally different, right? And so in today's video, we're going to talk about the biggest mistakes that you probably make in your business. And it's part of the reason why you haven't made a significant impact. So I have a question. Have you ever posted content hoping that it'll actually lead to sales? But when you actually look at it, you have nothing to show for it. All you hear is crickets. So let's be honest. It's frustrating, right? So here's the hardest truth that most people don't like to accept. Most people make the mistake of creating content to sell instead of creating content to actually serve. A lot of people create content to sell instead of creating content to serve. And what if I was to tell you that the key to being successful at selling is to flip the script? It's not about talking about your product or shouting about your book or even pushing your offer. It's about serving your audience first. Because when you come to serve, the sales gonna flow naturally. And here's the beautiful part about it. It aligns perfectly with the principles that come from the Bible. So I really want you to think about this. We're gonna start off with mistake number one. The mistake number one is thinking selling is about you. Most people think that selling is about them. That's the first mistake. Selling is not about you. I get it. You're excited about your product. You're excited about the service, the offer, the thing. You want people to know that you have this thing. But when you actually create content, it sounds like it's all about what you have instead of what they can get. Right? When your content is all about what you can do or what you're actually selling, it pushes people away. Why? Because no one likes to feel like they're being sold to. I don't. I don't like feeling like I'm being sold to. And it really pushes me away from wanting to participate or even listen to this person in general. So instead, shift the focus to the audience. You got to ask yourself, what do they need? What do your people need? What are they struggling with? How can you serve them? Not how do you think you can serve them, but how can you actually serve them? A lot of times people think, "Oh, I know what they want," but do you really? Right? Because here's the thing. You can try selling to a group of people who's not ready to buy. And at the end of the day, you can be pushing that offer and you're still going to make zero. You're still going to make zero. So finding the people that you actually can sell to and serve that that's actually willing to purchase your product to help them overcome an issue, that's the people that you need to serve. That's the people you need to target. Those are the people who actually have the problem and want it fixed. Why would I try to sell a course to a 15-year-old who can't even pay for it? That's not they may want the course, but that's not someone who's actually able to purchase the course. Versus having someone like a business owner who's ready to scale their business, they're the ones who's actually ready to purchase. They want to save time, fix their problem, and scale their business. So this really reminds me of Philippians 3, Philippians 2, 3, and 4. And it says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking at your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. When you approach selling with humility and not out of selfish ambition and with the heart to serve, you're honoring God's design for how we should treat others. Right? Mistake number 2. You keep plugging you keep plugging your items instead of providing value. It's tempting to drop, check out my book. Go to the link and buy my product. And you want to put it in every post. But here's the thing. People are more likely to trust and buy from you when you've already given them value that they can tangibly use. So I always say this, and I got it from my mentor, Marion. The only reason why people would want to buy from you is if they know, like, and trust you. So if they don't know you, if they don't like you, and if they don't trust you, they're not buying from you. Even if you have a great product, they're not buying from you. So here's the thing. How can you actually get people to know, like, and trust you? By giving them value first. If you think about Jesus, Jesus gave people value, which is the healing of the sick, laying hands on the lame. He gave value, right? He didn't necessarily sell, but he gave value before people started listening to him. Proverbs 11:25 says, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. And when you give freely, whether it's advice, whether it's encouragement, or a solution to someone's problem, you're sowing seeds that will naturally lead to a harvest. Providing value builds trust, and trust leads to sales. Not plugging. Not plugging. Mistake number 3. Focusing on the transactions over building relationships. People focus so much on the transaction of getting to the bag that they don't care about building the relationship with the people they're trying to sell to. A lot of people can create content, and a lot of people create content with one goal in mind: conversion. While conversions, they do matter, especially in the area of business. But the long-term win, the long-term gain in your business is actually building a relationship with your audience, not just having a one-time sale and you never see this person again. Because if you build a relationship with the people that you're trying to sell to, guess what? Once they actually like you, they're willing to buy your first product. They like you so much that they'll buy your second product, and they're going to continue to support you. Why? Because you continuously pour into them. Matthew 22:39 says, and it teaches us, love your neighbor as yourself. Relationships matter way more than transactions because God calls us to care about people, not just what they can do for us. Let me say that again. God calls us to care about people, not just what they can do for us. So think about yourself. Are you really caring for people way more than the sale? Do you really want them to see value and transformation more than a dollar? Do you do this even if you don't get paid for it? Have you done this without getting paid for it? Because for me, giving advice, giving encouragement, giving uh tax related answers or support or even coaching support, I do that. That's something that I give freely. only because I really want to serve someone at the highest level. I really want them to see change in their situations, not because, oh, you got to pay me. No, I want to build that relationship with you because I care about you. And so when you prioritize the relationships, you're not only looking for, you're not just looking for one-time customers. You're creating a community of loyal supporters who believe in your mission. So I gave you the top three. Gave you the top three mistakes. So now I'm gonna tell you how to actually fix these. So that way you can move forward in your business and actually do it the right way. So you ready to fix these mistakes? All right. So let's talk about it. Focus on them, not you. I know it's hard. I know we don't want to seem selfish. So instead of talking about what you're selling, talk about how you can help them. Share some insights, give them lessons, give people advice that actually can help them, that can meet their needs where they are. So remember, Philippians 2 and 4, put others first. Number two, provide value, not plug your items. Creating content should solve a problem, answer a question, or even inspire action. So Proverbs 11:25, when you refresh others, you're sowing seeds of growth. You're actually waiting for a harvest to come, because in due season, you're going to reap the fruits of what you sow. You reap what you sow. So if you don't sow at all, what are you getting? You're getting nothing in return. Value first, offers later. Values first, offers later. Number three, build relationships, not transactions. Engage with your audience genuinely. Like, I really want people to win. That's why I do these lives. That's why I come here and show up consistently, because I want to see other people win. I want to help people go from point A to point B a lot faster than what I had to go through. It took me 6 years to get here. It took me about 6 or 7 years to get here. So if I can help you in a shorter amount of time to close the gap of that time, that's that's really what I want to see for you, right? I genuinely want to see that for you. So reply to comments, ask questions, care about their success. Matthew 22 and 39. It reminds us to love others as ourselves. So if I love myself enough to want to see me win, guess what? I'm gonna see the same thing for you. And you should do the same thing for others. Do you really want to see yourself win? If you do, you have to want to see other people win first. When you focus on the relationships, the sales will follow naturally. These shifts don't just lead to better sales, they lead to a deeper connection and more meaningful impact. And here's the best part about it: they align with God's principle for how we should serve and care for others. Here's the bottom line: when you focus on serving instead of selling, something incredible happens. You build trust, you create a connection, and people don't think that you just want them to get your product. And people don't just want your product, they want to work with you. So next time you're creating content, ask yourself, am I truly serving my audience? Am I just trying to sell to them? Which one is it? If you lead with service, the sales will take care of themselves. So I hope you found some clarity in this video. If it did, drop a comment down below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway from this was. I love to hear it. And if you're ready to create some content that truly connects and converts, hit that subscribe button, because I'm dropping tips and advice and coaching like this more frequently, and it'll be coming your way. So make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and even hit that notification bell so when we drop, you'll know. And remember, serve first, sell later. You got this. So until tomorrow in our live member series, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And remember, serve, not sell. See y'all.